This video is sponsored by Moomoo. Definitely check out the link in the description. Click on it, make a Moomoo brokerage account, deposit $100, and get 2 free stocks. 5K or more, get 2 more free stocks. It's literally free money. I got 2 Wells Fargo stocks. It's pretty sweet. Now, if you also check them out, it's super easy to deposit. Just log into your Moomoo accounts, link your bank account by clicking deposits, put everything in, super simple, and just transfer $100 and get your free stocks, free money. It is awesome. Now, we got to get back to AMC because some really wild stuff is happening. We got some dark pool stuff. We got crazy price movements. And best of all, we could be seeing a pretty good squeeze for this week. Yes, this week, because AMC is going to be going through a lot of different volatility steps. So prepare yourselves for this week. I think this week, even though right now pre-market might be looking kind of tame, but it's going to be one of the craziest weeks that we have ever experienced. Because of one thing, the T plus 35 rule. Essentially, hedge funds right now have to buy back millions of shares. Not hundreds of thousands of shares. We're talking about millions. Last week, when hedgies had to cover these positions right here, it was like, less than 3 million shares that they had to cover, and AMC already went crazy over the top. Now, can you imagine this week where the hedgies have to cover 19 million shares? And I did the math. Since it's T plus 35, these are failure to delivers from last month. And they have to cover these this month. And essentially, this is roughly $780 million worth of AMC shares if you calculate it with the $41, $42 price. The reason why I'm using the $41, $42 price instead of 37 or 38 is because once you start buying so many shares, the prices do go up. So I'm just doing a quick average. That is a lot of shares that you have to buy back. This is no joke. 19 million shares that you have to buy back this week is a ton. And guess what? If you don't buy back, you're going to end up on the threshold securities once again. And you don't want to do that because when you want to get off the threshold securities, stocks generally go either 20% or 250% depending on the situation. So if you're on the threshold securities, the day before you leave, stock absolutely surges, okay? AMC has done this before, and they do it again, apes will be extremely happy, and apes this time are really, really prepared. Now, just a quick little recap of what in the world are these FTDs, because sometimes these FTDs are a little bit complicated. So essentially, let's say I buy a call option for 32, and AMC ends on Friday expiration at $36. I have the option now to exercise my option for 100 shares of AMC at $32, and I'm expecting the market makers to give me my shares. The market makers will. They will give you 100 shares, but what happens if they don't have 100 shares? Because recently we have been seeing that happen, because without the naked shorting, if they're delivering these shares on time, you would not be having an FTD number this high. And just by the way, just to add a little bit of frosting to this video, the more FTDs you have, the lower the price of the stock goes. And recently, AMC prices have been suffering and really taking a big punishment. That's actually a fact. You can read those research articles about finance and how FTDs suppress the price of a stock. So essentially, market makers will give you the shares even when they don't have shares. These are phantom shares that they give you. And you will actually see 100 shares in your account. And you can actually trade that 100 shares however you like. But here's the thing. You can't be having a bunch of these phantom shares roaming around wild on the New York Stock Exchange. That just makes things crazy. So the rules are you get 35 days, and usually they do it like last second. You're going to have to buy back these shares and swap them out with the phantom shares, and everything is good to go. But what happens if you don't even do that? Because if you start buying back a ton of these shares, prices of AMC go up, which will trigger a short squeeze from the free floats. Naked shorts on the dark pools are going to panic, and you also have a lot of people open up even more options to bet the price goes up. And when so many people open up options, especially call options, you have a massive gamma squeeze that will be happening. So big things are going on with AMC, and this is some of the craziest stuff I've ever seen. Like the FTD numbers for AMC is off the charts here. The total FTD number is roughly 45, 46 million compared to Apple's 100,000 and Amazon's 150,000. You get what I'm talking about. Like these FANG stocks only have less than 200,000 FTDs, whereas AMC has 46 million. Things don't make any sense for AMC. The numbers don't add up correctly. In fact, the numbers are honestly very scary when you look at these FTDs. In fact, the FTDs used to be 1 million, and all of us apes freak out because it was a million. Everyone's like, oh, that's such a high number. That's really crazy. But now, almost looks like 1 million is peanuts. The average norm now is 3 to 4 million, and occasionally almost hitting 5 million FTDs. This is one of the craziest numbers I've ever seen. 19 million shares this week have to be bought back. This is roughly $780 million, nearly $1 billion. And if hedgies and market makers do not buy these shares back, ding ding, you're on the threshold securities. And when you want to get off the threshold securities, which eventually you have to, you got to buy back FTDs. The FTD numbers have to be lowered for 5 consecutive days, and you got to buy back a minimum number of shares. Last time it was at least 2.5 million shares, and guess what happened to AMC? It went from $38 all the way up to $50. Okay, it was roughly like 49, but you get the idea. It was a 28% jump in just a span of one trading day, and you get what I'm talking about. A lot of FTDs here. Now, there's a little theory that's been going on because there's so many FTDs right now. We've been seeing a huge uptrend and a huge increase in dark pool trading, because dark pool trading for AMC in the past few days of trading has been accounted for 71% of the total volume. Okay, in the past 20 days, dark pool volume is 63%. 63% is still a lot, not to mention 71%. This is like the mass majority of volume for AMC is in the dark pools. I think, and same with other retail traders, everyone is thinking that they're trying to suppress the price of AMC by not executing the buy orders and essentially executing the sell orders publicly on the public market, which will essentially tank the stock a little bit. But overall, I think apes are essentially just diamond handing the way. And a lot of the apes have been noticing what's going on. You do have the payment for order flow, which, by the way, Moomoo doesn't do that, which is pretty surprising. I actually talked to some of the representatives and they said no, which is actually a pretty sweet thing. So rest assured. So you do have a few brokerages out there, like for example, Moomoo, Fidelity, Merrill Edge, Chase. These are some of the brokerages out there that do not do this kind of stuff and just route the orders to a New York Stock Exchange, which makes things a lot harder for these market makers to play around the price of the stock. But overall, AMC is doing okay, in my opinion. I think they're kind of tanked the price of the stock, and now they're going to buy back all these FTDs. Because imagine you got to buy it back at roughly $58 or $60. Price might even go to $70, $80, even $90, will cause a massive short squeeze, and eventually hedgies do lose. But right now, you do have AMC hovering at this price target, and it's super interesting. Remember one thing, AMC is literally called the people's stock for a reason. I like to call it that because the majority of holders are retail traders. 80% of all AMC shares in the free float are owned by retail traders, and that is according to Adam Aron several months ago. But now, I'm guessing maybe 90% at this point, since retail traders keep buying, and the demand for AMC is going up. I look at AMC. AMC always has like a 2-to-1 buy ratio on Fidelity orders by customers. I mean, sometimes maybe like 1.5 to 1, but you get the idea. AMC has been number one for several days. The hype is not dying off. In fact, the Google Trends, AMC is still one of the most searched up stocks ever. Wall Street Bets is crazy over this stock. r/AMC is so active. Technically, it's r/AMC stock, but you get what I'm talking about. The popularity is there. Thanks for watching, guys, and make sure to check out the private Discord server, link in the description below. It's free until August 1st, so definitely check it out. For example, we made a snap call that went from $275 to almost $1,500. We made like over 400% on that trade. It's awesome, okay? Definitely check out our private Discord server. We have a lot of admins. We trade. We've got stocks, crypto, customer service, almost 2,000 members. Make some money with this, okay? We got some of the coolest trades here. It's great. For example, OXY, just an easy 10% right there. But overall, we are playing some really amazing earnings. So definitely check it out. And also check out BlockFi, link in the description below. Click on it, make a BlockFi account, deposit some money, and get to $250 worth of Bitcoin. See you guys later. And also check out Moomoo.